Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another edition of Workflow Wednesday. Excited to have you all here today. I think this is our last one for the 2025 year, if I'm not mistaken. Loretta's nodding at me behind the scenes. Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah, really excited to run everybody through a couple of new exciting updates that we have coming in the next few weeks. We'll give people just a few more minutes to jump in here. Today's session will be probably a little bit more brief than our standard ones, but want to, like I said, highlight a couple of cool new things and then talk through a couple of upcoming updates that are going to be launching in early 2026. All righty. Well, I think we can dive right in here. I still see a couple people trickling in, but let's get started. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. Everybody should be able to see my screen now. We're here today to talk about how Vendasta's new AI reputation specialist and reputation AI product, I think, are really going to change the game moving into 2026 here. Really excited for this update. It's something we've been talking about for a long time. As many people may know, Vendasta actually started out as a reputation management company. That was the first product that we ever built on our end. It's really cool to see the progression. I was actually just watching a video yesterday in preparation for this, and the first time we announced an AI feature for reputation management was actually just over 2 years ago. We did a big marketing release, and Jackie Cook had done a presentation around it. So really excited to show you how it's advanced and where we're heading next. As always, this is being recorded. You'll be able to find it on the content library and most likely on YouTube shortly after as well. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. More than happy to address them as the conversation goes on here. We can take this pretty conversational throughout the meeting. And then you can access all of the past webinars and recordings through the Vendasta content library. All righty. So I'm your host today, Logan Ohitwa. I've got Megan Martin with me here as well behind the scenes. Megan's chiming in the chat. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask and Megan will be able to support. She's also going to chime in if she's got anything she wants to add in here as well. But let's dive right in. So as many of you already are aware, we have a saying here at Vendasta, let the plumbers plumb. We talk about this a lot. We want to make it easier for small, medium business owners in particular to manage their business. And we know that a plumber doesn't always want to or necessarily even have the time to follow up with every lead and request all their reviews and manage their social media and everything else that goes into running a business. This is why we've got this saying, let the plumbers plumb. We just want to get them back into the, working on the pipes, putting in, sinks, toilets, whatever it is that they may be doing on a day-to-day basis. And obviously through 2025, we've seen a lot of attention given to our AI receptionist. I think everyone on this call will be very familiar with that at this point. But today I'm here to talk about this second one, the AI reputation specialist. And we've had, as I mentioned, the AI capabilities in our reputation product for a couple of years now. But the upgrade that we're giving to this product and this agent as we move into 2026 is pretty groundbreaking. I think it's going to be a pretty awesome update for everybody. And then I'm going to round things out today talking a little bit more about our AI content creator and some of the other pre-configured agents that we have coming in the new year. So first and foremost, excuse me, what are we releasing? We are releasing capabilities within the AI workforce that tie directly into our reputation management product. So the first is officially you will be able to fully automate review responses. Now, as many people know, you could already use our AI to very much so streamline this process internally. Excuse me. Getting over a little bit of a cold, so bear with me. But we know that customers could go in and leverage the respond with AI button, but there was still always that human in the loop manual component to responding to all of the reviews. So anyone who's been a partner with us for a really long time will remember the days where at first, you could go into Task Manager and you could manage reviews for hundreds of accounts in one place, and you could write all the responses and post them all on behalf of your customers. We then added, obviously, the AI response feature, which very much sped up that process, allowed you to handle even more reviews at scale as a human. But officially, we will be able to do automated review responses using the AI. There's a lot of config and customizability to this that I'll walk you through as we get into the platform here in a moment as well. And then the second major thing, and this is going to be a growing trend as we move into 2026, is the ability to actually talk to you, to your client's data. So when we look at reviews data, if you've been in the reputation management product, especially in our multi-location version of the product, you'll know that you can go in and get insights on top trending keywords and customer sentiment and things of these nature. And that's a really valuable feature by all means, but we're upping the game on this where you can actually conversationally dive into that data. Hey, what are the top trends we're noticing in our reputation? Where are customers loving us? Where have we got our biggest gaps? Where do we have the biggest room for improvement? What's leading to our negative reputation online? All of this is going to be purely conversational where you or a customer can come in and just get aggregate insights onto your data as easily as talking to a coworker or a colleague. Now, the AI reputation specialist is again going to focus on these two kind of core concepts. You're going to be able to automatically post configurable, context aware, and timely responses to reviews. And again, I want to really emphasize their context aware. The AI is analyzing the review, looking at the knowledge base that you've given it access to, and then it's responding using that capability. And then the second one is that capability to actually surface those AI-powered insights and highlight, opportunities, risks, and where we recommend the business take their reputation next. Excuse me. Now, as we all know, reputation is really important in two key kind of components of a business's operation. The first, obviously, is in the attraction phase. It's that top of funnel. If I'm looking for a local plumber, probably the first thing I'm looking at is how are they rated online? Do they have a 1-star reputation, a 2-star reputation? If they do, I'm probably not bringing them in to fix a pipe. I'm going to look for somebody that's credible and has a really good reputation online. But then the second component is actually engaging those existing customers. And this is where we can, again, start to get insights and analyze the data around, what customers are seeing as valuable, where they're getting, the happy fuzzy feeling from the relationship and where there may be lacking or there's some room for improvement for the brand. And obviously all of this ties in, especially as we start to explore more and more how AI engine optimization for search is being surfaced. We know that local listings and reputation are foundational in getting found in those online presences as well, or in those AI search engines as well. Now, the great news is we ran a trusted tester program in the kind of final week of November. We are now in the early access phase. So everybody who is on this meeting today, at the end of this call, if you'd like, you can raise your hand. You can drop your name or your PID or even just your email, or just say me, please. However it is, we've got all of these on record. We're going to be giving everyone on this call early access to the Reputation AI. And this is going to be a general access release right before Christmas this year on December 23rd. And then an official sort of public launch on January 7th coming in the new year here. So really excited. Everyone, like I said, who's joined us here today is going to get a bit of early access to this, and you can start showing it off to your customers prior to the new year. So with that being said, let's actually dive in and give you a bit of a demo on how this product actually works in practice. So I'm in our favorite account, Rabbit Groomers, here at in the business app. And as always, you've got the reputation management product on the left-hand side. Everyone on the call is probably aware of this, but just for the sake of a really quick overview on kind of where we've been and where we're going. Again, you're able to launch this product. You can request and respond to reviews right from this dashboard. And you'll remember if I was to manage reviews and just filter to, anyone without a response, we can see those reviews roll in. And the current model today was, hey, I got a 1-star review. We can suggest a response, and we can actually have the AI answer and respond automatically. I'm obviously also able to use those pre-templated responses that we've had from the legacy product as well. But with the new release of the Reputation AI product, if we navigate over to the AI workforce, again, there's 3 components within the workforce. Just for a bit of a reminder, the knowledge base is going to be the place where you can add any and all relevant knowledge, whether it's text, web, or file-based knowledge for the AI. I always highlight for my partners, this is really kind of think of it as a data warehouse or a dumping ground where you put any and all relevant knowledge. Just because the knowledge lives in here does not mean that the AI employees are going to use it or reference that knowledge as they're making a decision. You're going to have the choice on what knowledge each individual employee or agent has access to. Once the knowledge has been set up, you'll notice on the left-hand side under the capabilities, there is going to be a couple of new capabilities that are released relating to reviews themselves. So generate a review response, and I think the other one is, oh man, I should have checked. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but effectively, it's the ability to look up reputation data. We just might not have it turned on this specific account. But the capabilities themselves are what are going to give the agent the ability to interface with the data and actually respond or take the actions that normally a human would have. And then lastly, if we jump into the AI workforce, just like you would configure your chat receptionist or any of your custom agents, you're now going to be able to either chat with or configure your reputation specialist. Now, sorry, in this case, the trigger that we're using for the reputation specialist is obviously whenever a new review is received. We can go into these settings and we can manipulate a couple of things. Hey, when a new review is received and it's a specific number of stars, we want the AI receptionist to engage. This is a question we got asked a million times as we were building out this product. Hey, AI review management sounds phenomenal, but what if my customer or I want to manage the 1 or the 2-star reviews and we don't trust the AI to answer those ones? Perfectly fine. You can just set this to 3 stars and above and ensure that the AI receptionist, the AI reputation specialist is only helping with 3, 4, and 5-star reviews. Similarly, you're going to get these triggers based on a certain amount of time after the review has been written itself. And at general release, this is going to be for Google and Facebook. Obviously, over time, we'll be looking to add other platforms into this as well, but Google and Facebook being those 2 primary components. Now, jumping back into the configuration, a lot of this is going to rhyme. Stuff that you've already seen with all of our other AI employees. You're going to be able to refine the purpose of the agent. You're going to be able to choose which generative model you want it to use. If you prefer using one of the mini models or something like that, you can most certainly do so. You're also going to be able to give it unique capabilities. And again, in this case, it has the capability to actually generate a review response. And again, if you wanted to, you can come into here and manipulate or manage the prompting in here, but I would strongly advise just leave this as is. Our team has done a ton of research into building and managing this particular capability. And then lastly, what knowledge do you want this employee to be able to tie into? So again, this might be, reputation policies. This might be maybe product information. A lot of customers I know will consult their clients on ensuring that when they leave a response to a review, they highlight SEO specific keywords. So again, you could add in a knowledge base into here on, keywords to include in reputation responses, maybe words that you're trying to focus on getting found for in that local map pack in the AI engines, or even just in general search engine. And then finally, you've got the automations. And so this is where you're going to be able to see which automations actually tie in and use this AI employee. And just in case anybody hasn't seen, as this was a little bit of a more stealth release, I'm going to just create a new automation here. And I'm just going to use the web chat captures a lead as an example for a trigger, just because it's a quick one that's non-conditional. But you'll notice that we have two steps in our AI, in our automation workflows under the advanced panel. The first is, actually there's a few now, they actually must, oh, two of these are in draft, that's why. So you can send a request to an AI employee, and you can also send a prompt to our AI. These steps can be used to actually trigger automated workflows and leverage that that AI employee that we've set up. Moving into the new year, you can see we're going to be able to send requests to an AI employee and give them unique actions that we want them to take as well. And this actually segues somewhat nicely into one of the other major releases that we're planning for 2026. Everyone has sort of seen our AI capabilities panels. And one of the core goals that Vendasta and our product team has put into place for 2026 is every one of our foundational core products. So our local SEO and our listings products, our reputation, our social media, our ad reporting, our campaigns products. The plan with all of these is throughout Q1 to open up all of the core functionality of those products as capabilities that AI employees can start to implement. So the easiest way to think of this is if I open social marketing, I can create and schedule a post, and I can use AI to help me create that post. As we move into 2026, there will be a capability to generate a social media post, and you'll be able to build an automated workflow that the AI employee will just do this automatically on your behalf. And I want to give you kind of a bit of a picture on how this might all tie together. So if we go back to that automations panel that I was on just a moment ago, and we have the ability to make a request of an AI employee or to give an action for an AI employee, you can start to imagine a world where a customer makes a purchase or books an appointment. We know that that meeting has been completed. We automatically send them a review request through the AI employee. That customer, Logan, leaves us a review on our Google profile and says, I had a great experience at Rabbit Groomers. My bunny's never been happier. 5 out of 5 stars. And the AI reputation specialist steps in and responds to that review automatically. And then that AI employee, through the automated workflow, then sends that information to the social media agent to go and write a post on Facebook thanking Logan for their review and highlighting the 5-star review on social media. Again, just a lightweight example, but you can see how all of these tools will start to tie together based on the access to this data and really opening it up so that customers can deploy in a much more kind of flexible and robust fashion. The other area where this is going to add a lot of value is obviously we have all of our pre-configured AI employees, but the other area where you're going to see this starting to make a major impact is in the ability to actually create a custom AI employee that uses multiple of these capabilities in one go. What is this called again? Request. Why is this giving me a hard time? This might not be turned on yet because it's still under a feature flag. So that is most likely why it's not showing up in here. But what I was going to just show here is with the custom capabilities or with the custom agents, you'll be able to leverage all of those same capabilities and pull them in. So you can make a custom agent that has access to reputation data as well as social data all in one. And then the final piece, obviously, is as I mentioned off the top, we can then chat with this agent and actually get insights into the data as well. What are the main reasons I receive negative reviews? And again, because the reputation specialist has the ability to go ahead and get information off of this, it looks like this account might not have been set up for this properly. the joys of doing these things live as we go, but you can see the AI is actually going through and trying to access all this information. I think because I'm on a demo environment, this is probably not fully set up, but this is where you would be able to actually go in and get access and analyze that data. So not exactly the piece of this that I wanted to show. Obviously, this hasn't been fully tied in yet on the back end, but this is one of those capabilities that you're going to be able to access and get insights on for your customers. And again, I want you to think of this from the perspective of how you can use it to cross-sell or upsell customers. If they come into here and ask, what are the reasons that I most frequently get negative reviews, or what keywords are popping up in my reputation most often, you can use that to then maybe position an SEO service or a a local SEO keywords service or whatever the case may be. With all that being said, that was everything that I had to cover on today's session around our new Reputation AI. Any questions from anyone in the chat? Happy to address any if we have any. If not, I will go ahead and assume that everyone here would like early access to this so they can start playing around with it. And we will get the full attendee list and align it with your accounts and get that deployed. Give us a day or two so that the team can get it all ready behind the scenes. Yeah, looks like we're good on questions. As I mentioned, this was going to be a pretty short and sweet session. Megan, anything to add from your end at all that you wanted to cover?
No, you did an awesome job with this. Thanks for taking us through. If anybody has any further questions, honestly, reach out to Logan. You can reach out to myself or your account rep. And it's going to be super exciting getting early access to the reputation management premium tools that we have moving forward.
And actually, Megan, you just sparked in my mind something that I forgot to mention. Just please note, once we roll this out to everybody, you'll be able to access, you'll see the configuration option on the Reputation Specialist. But please note, this is tied to the premium reputation product. So without the premium product active, you will not see this agent deployed. So just make sure that whatever account you test this on is one that has that premium SKU activated as well. And to your question, Edwin, on what email it'll be sent to, we'll just let maybe Loretta, everyone that attended today's session, we can just shoot a quick email out to and just BCC everyone and let them know that they're that we've deployed for their PIDs. Awesome. Other than that, we can let everyone go here, and I wish you all a happy holiday season. Whatever you celebrate, and all the best as we move into 2026. We appreciate your partnership and looking forward to growing with you as we round into a new year here. Awesome. Thanks, everyone. Talk to you soon.